I poked holes into a pack of condoms using a toothpick just because I knew if I could have a child within a year, I would inherit billions in shares from my father. Looking at my new husband lying on the couch with that flawless face and perfect genes, I couldn't help but admire myself for somehow finding such a great father for my child. So I happily pounced on him. Just a few days ago, I had divorced my cold and distant husband. I was devastated that night and drowned my sorrows at a bar, drunkenly mistaking a passing CMO for a male escort. The next morning, he asked for $50,000 and worse, dragged me to the police station entrance, saying I broke the law last night and that we should go to jail together. I thought it was ridiculous. I told him he had no proof until he showed me the bank transfer I made. I thought he was scamming me. But then he said, if we got married, it would all be forgiven. So in less than 24 hours, I went from being divorced to married again. Even I thought this plot was insanely dramatic. What was more absurd? Before I could process anything, I saw my ex-husband at work, still harping on about me not coming home. We argued fiercely. Suddenly, our boss called us downstairs to welcome the new CEO. I was curious about the rumored handsome CEO, and then he walked in. It was my brand new husband. Panic hit me. I tried to sneak away, but in my rush, I twisted my ankle. He held my waist and reminded me that working overtime was unhealthy. I knew exactly what he meant by overtime, so I avoided eye contact. Then he called me into his office. I tried to explain, but he scooped me onto the desk, seriously saying he wanted to apply medicine. Right then, my ex-husband walked in to report work. I hid under the desk in shock. After learning my ex was now a department head, the CEO deliberately asked, why was he still wearing a ring after the divorce? My ex said, it was just a misunderstanding. They would reconcile soon. Hearing that, the CEO got jealous and sarcastically said, some things once broken can never be repaired. The manager sensed the tension and quickly pulled my ex away. Once I climbed out from under the desk, I yelled at the CEO for being insane, told him I didn't want anyone to know about us, demanded secrecy. He agreed, but on one condition. I had to move in with him that night. He promised we could sleep in separate rooms after work. I returned home. My dad handed me a contract saying he would give me 1.2% of the company's shares, only if I had a child within a year. He wanted to use the baby to tie our family to my ex's, but he didn't know. I'd found a loophole. The contract never said whose child it had to be. So I decided not to tell him about my divorce and quickly start a baby project with the CEO. That afternoon, I moved into his house with my luggage. Looking at the spacious living room, I was thrilled. I thought when I got my shares, I'd buy a place just like this. But first, I had to have a baby. According to the timeline, I had 3 months to get pregnant, so I pulled out my secret weapon. Just then, the CEO came home from a business dinner. His assistant hadn't finished reporting. When he saw my long, slender